Welcome, Satnam. Today we're going to work with the Kriya for the Instinctual Self. This is a really powerful Kriya. It's another one of my favorites. And what it's doing is it's really helping us move the lower, so we develop a lot of patterns and behaviors that generally don't serve us very well, because so many of these patterns and behaviors have been developed as young children. And these are embedded in our lower triangle. They're very survival oriented and helping us unlock and move those energy centers up into the higher centers to be able to create new pathways for us to break those negative patterns of responses and then access more of the inner resources that we have. So they're literally shifting us from an instinctual response into a more sophisticated response that carries more wisdom, it carries more clarity, and it accesses more of you. So in many ways, it's really shifting from that primitive brain into that more frontal lobe that really gives you a lot more capacity for seeing possibility when possibility doesn't seem to be present. It's a very nice and physical Kriya. As always, remember to work within the limits of your own body and really make sure that you take care of yourself. Pain is not gain in yoga, pain is wisdom. So work within the limits of your own body in a pain-free range of motion, and that will always give you back best. I have another video where I'm offering some options of how you can approach a lot of the positions that we have in this Kriya, so that you can make sure that you keep safe and keep your lower back safe in particular. So I will go ahead and start this Kriya. This Kriya is, I'm actually doing half time for all of it, for any of you who need a starting point. And then there will be another Kriya, another video for the full time. So we're going to be doing each posture for 1.5 minutes in this particular video. And then the full time is 3 minutes for each posture. So the best way to approach it is build at that half point. And then when you feel confident and you can do all of the poses comfortably around that 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, then go ahead and move into the video for the full time so that you have that built in. And then just give yourself permission to work towards the 3 minutes. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and sit nice and tall as we close our eyes and enter our inner space, drawing our awareness inward through the breath, making sure that the neck lock is applied by drawing the chin at a right angle to the body, parallel to the floor. Hands are in Gyan Mudra, resting the weight of the body on the mat, sitting into the sit bones to open the heart, relax the shoulders. Allow the belly to breathe as you follow the breath, mentally vibrating Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. And I like to always invite you to know that this practice is a practice for you. And it's also a space where you can dedicate your practice to any situation or person you particularly are holding in your heart. So just take a moment to connect and see if there's anything that you would like to dedicate this practice to, any person or situation that might need some extra support, some loving kindness. Maybe it's a person or situation that's causing you a lot of distress. And just bring that into the circle. As we rub palms to center into the heart in prayer pose, thumbs into the sternum, inhale deep. Suspend the breath as you draw your awareness in. Exhale. Inviting yourself fully into your body. Inhale. Exhale. And let's inhale, tuning in with Adi Mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Exhale as you rest hands back down, just resting in the awareness of that experience. So I'd like to begin by warming up the body. So we're going to start warming up the body by working a little bit on the life nerve, stretching those legs out, reaching forward as you extend the arms, hands, if you can, locking the big toes with the middle and index finger, thumbs pressing into the toenail. We inhale as we open the heart, exhale as we lengthen forward. Inhale and exhale. Pressing deep through the thumbs, working on that pituitary gland. You're really moving from the hips as opposed to the top of the body. Keeping that heart open, shoulders relaxed, chin in. And inhale deep, heart is open, suspend the breath. Exhale as you slowly walk the hands back, staying within, just noticing how the body receives that. And coming into the next warm-up posture, we're going to come into cat and cow pose. So once again, knees are right under the hips, the hands are right under the shoulders. If you need to, you can bring your hands into fists to support your wrists. We inhale and exhale. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Again, just shifting from one pose to the other through the breath. Nice fluid movements. Make sure that the chin comes in as the head comes down, so you can really stretch into that upper back. Navel pulsing up and down, head simply going in the opposite direction. And inhale as you press down, heart opens, head rises, suspend the breath. Exhale as you reverse, pressing all the air out, suspend the breath out. Inhale, center, Exhale as you stretch back, forehead on the mat. Stretch it out, clear. And bring your hands towards the knees, press down to lift the body up one vertebra at a time, slowly coming into a seated position for our third movement for warming up the body. Fingers forward, thumbs back, heart open. Remember, if you need to modify, you can just simply bring your hands down just to really give yourself permission for those the shoulders to be safe. Rooting it into the sit bones, eyes closed. Inhale left, exhale right. Head moves with the torso. Nice, powerful breaths. This is a wonderful internal massage to the organs, those inner organs that do so much for you on a daily basis. Send them some love. Be mindful of your chin. Keep that chin at a right angle to the body. And inhale deep at center. Suspending the breath, staying in the posture, containing. Exhale as you just rest it down, staying within, just noticing how the body receives that. Beautiful. So we're going to move into our Kriya. Again, the Kriya for the Instinctual Self. This is from the I Am a Woman book, Volume 1. It's a really beautiful Kriya. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So the first movement is a modified camel ride. And what we're going to do here is we're going to bring our soles of the feet together. And if it works for you, grasping the feet, otherwise you can grasp the ankles. You want to sit nice and tall with the chin in. And what we're going to do is the same as in camel ride. You are inhaling forward, exhaling back. So you're moving from your lower spine, pressing the navel forward and back, keeping that heart open. And continue. Relax the shoulders. It's easy to want to let the head come up and down. And that means that you're not applying neck locks. So keep that chin at a right angle. Keep the lower body really just relaxed and opening that pelvis and hip area. Good. You're not going to move as much as in regular camel ride, and that's okay. Just allow the body to find its way to release and allow the movement to happen through the breath. Doing beautiful. Keep going. And inhale deep at center. Suspend the breath, squeeze the root lock. Exhale as you slowly come out of the posture, bringing the legs together, stretch it out. Take it out here and just relax here. Just noticing how the body receives that experience. Beautiful. So the next movement is a little bit more powerful. Again, refer to the other video if you need some tips on this. What you're going to do is you're going to shift from Cobra pose into platform. And you're going to do it the following way. So your toes, your feet are, I just want to show you so that you can see the entire movement. Your feet are flat on the mat. So we're going to shift from Cobra into plank. This is a front platform pose, but the tops of the feet are on the floor at all times, okay? So we're going to shift from one posture to the other, and we're going to start in Cobra. Now, Cobra and Kundalini Yoga, you want to make sure that the hips are on the floor. You're bending those elbows to keep the heart open, and making any modification that you need is a perfect place to be. So inhale as we rise, exhale as you come down. As you're closed, you're really using the body, using the breath. Inhale as you rise, exhale as you come down into Cobra. You're engaging the navel. That lower back is really working here, so give yourself permission to support the movement and grow into it. Inhale up, suspend the breath, stay in the posture. Exhale as you slowly come down, stretch it out. And you can either stay in extended child's pose, forehead on the mat with the arms out, or you can come to a full baby pose and just relax here and just rest here for a moment. And with your next breath, bringing the hands pressed down to lift the body up. As always, the last thing to move. So the next one is crow pose, where ideally your heels are flat on the mat, your knees are bent. They're about more than hip width apart. And you're going to be in this posture with the hands around the knees. So I'll go this way so you can see it a little bit better. The fingers interlaced. And we're going to be doing breath of fire here. So if you need to adjust, make sure to take care of your knees. Any way you need to, close the eyes, lengthen the spine, keep that heart open. And we're going to begin breath of fire. Make sure that that chin stays at a right angle to the body. It's easy to want to lift your head up. Really just check in and make sure that that spine is lengthened. And inhale deep. Suspend the breath, squeeze the root block. And exhale. And slowly come out of the posture. Extending the legs out again, stretch it out. And you can rest with the legs extended or just come back into easy pose and just rest here, noticing how the body receives that. Beautiful. So our next one is working with the navel. We're doing double leg lifts. So again, take care of yourself as you need to. If you need modifications, you can look at the other video that gives you options as far as how to approach it so that you stay safe and your lower back stays safe. The most important thing is that you want to keep your lower back on the mat and that you're really pressing down, rooting, so you're using the navel and your navel power. Ideally, your arms are alongside the body, palms facing down, and you press down to lift the legs up 90 degrees together and bring it down. So inhale as you lift 90 degrees, exhale as you bring it down, and continue with nice, powerful breaths. Make every movement independent. It's easy to want to cheat here and use the momentum to raise the legs up. You really want to be able to engage the navel and experience rooting. So in Kundalini Yoga, we always learn that in order for us to expand, we must ground. So we root through the navel, press down into the earth, and that's what helps support the movement. And you can only do that when you just make each movement independent. Complete the movement. Use the breath. Use your body. At any point you need extra support, you can always bring your hands under your hips and keep that action still where the navel is pressing down into the floor, and keep the body. You're almost there. You're doing beautiful. Inhale up. Suspend the breath. Exhale as you hug the knees in. Stretch it out there. And rock side to side. And you can either stay here resting for a moment, integrating with hugging knees to the chest, or you can stretch out in corpse pose, whatever works best for you. Just rest here. And when you're ready, bring your knees to the chest, tucking the chin to rock up and down on the spine a couple of times. we're going to come into a modified boat pose. So this boat pose is, again, another one of those poses where you just have to see where you are. Your legs are extended on the floor with the tops of the feet on the floor. And then you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back with the palms facing each other inward. So you're pressing, and then you're going to root into the floor through the navel. You inhale up by pressing down, stretch the shoulders away from you, and begin breath of fire. So here, the important thing is that your legs stay on the floor, on the mat, and that you're really anchoring and rooting through the body, through that pelvis and hip area, extending up as high as you can go with those arms, keeping the head relaxed, heart open. And relax any unnecessary tension. Once you find your posture, it's always a great practice to just kind of root into that and then find stability and just kind of relax into it so that you can really allow that body to just do its work. Inhale deep, suspend and open up even more. Exhale, relax as you bring your right cheek on the mat, just resting there. And with your next breath, bring hands under the shoulders to press back and stretch it out here. Bringing hands to the knees, slowly rise. And we're just going to come into corpse pose. So this is an integrative corpse pose. Make sure that you make yourself as comfortable as possible. So you can just allow yourself to surrender into the breath. And if you need to cover yourself up, you can do that. Make yourself comfortable. We're just going to be here, not a very long time, but give yourself that integrated space as you just rest with the palms facing up, supporting the body as it needs to really relax and let go. And take a nice deep inhale. Suspend the breath. Exhale as you hug knees to the chest, but wrapping your arms around. What we're going to do for the next minute is we're simply going to rock up and down the spine, bringing the chin in. Make sure that you're rocking from the base of the spine to the top of the spine, really wanting to do the entire spine here if it works for you today. Keep that chin tucked in so that the head, which is the heaviest part of your body, stays supported. Just enjoy it. You might travel a little bit, and that's okay. Stay within, inhale soft, exhale nod. Use all your tools for deeper benefits. And come all the way forward, inhale. And exhale. And just relax here. So our next series is an inverted pose series. So if you have any issues with inverted poses, just give yourself permission to be in corpse pose. That is the best way to take care of yourself. You've got to be respectful with your body, and that will be a great way to be. Just keep your mind's eye on what we're doing and allow yourself to be safe. So I'll give you the example of what we're going to be doing just before we go into it. So the first pose, and again, I will go over some important features in the other videos. So ideally, you're extended and you're going to just swing your knees to bring the body into shoulder stand. Now, the important thing to know about shoulder stand is that it is called a shoulder stand because all the weight is on your shoulders as opposed to your neck. And then you can just walk your hands to come up as high as you can comfortably go. And you can just adjust the ankle depending on how much pressure. This is shoulder stand, and then this is plow pose. So we're going to start in shoulder stand by doing breath of fire, and then we'll shift into plow pose. Just need to get my timer, and let's go ahead and swing the legs up. Find your perfect shoulder stand today and begin breath of fire. As a reminder, ladies, if you are in the first 3 days of your menses, make sure that you stay in corpse pose. You don't want to be doing inverted poses. And the recommendation is also to do long, deep breathing instead of breath of fire. Remember that breath of fire is happening through the navel. Your breath is through the navel. So if you're finding it difficult to breathe in this posture, just check in and see if you're trying to breathe from the top of your chest or if you're allowing the breath to come from your navel. Inhale. Exhale. exhale as you slowly bring those feet, if it works in your body today, all the way back behind you, toes on the mat, and begin breath of fire. So you can extend the arms out. You can interlace them, or you can keep them supporting your lower back. Whatever you need today, give yourself permission to do that. Inhale deep. Suspend the breath, stay in the posture. Exhale as you support yourself to come out gently, bringing support to the hips, bending those knees, and very slowly guiding one vertebra at a time with the chin coming in to stretch it out in the opposite direction. And then resting on your back in corpse pose, allowing your body to integrate that experience. And if you need to, you can always just kind of do any stretch that you need to release any tension that may have come up from that posture. Beautiful. Take your next breath to hug knees to the chest, bring the chin in, rock up and down on the spine a couple of times. Coming all the way forward on your next breath. Our last movement of this Kriya is a modified Sat Kriya. So usually Sat Kriya is in rock pose, which is sitting on your heels. But this time we're going to do Sat Kriya in Celibate pose, which means that you're going to open your knees and sit between your heels. I'll show you what it looks like. So if that works for you, and the only way it works is if you can sit nice and tall. If you're finding yourself doing this, then you want to adjust by bringing a pillow. So you can tuck a pillow or a rolled up blanket underneath you to give yourself a little bit more support on this posture. I'm having some knee problems, so I am going to do that modification just to give myself a little bit of lift to support me. And remember, adjust as you need to. So we're going to come into Sat Kriya. So our hands are interlaced with the index fingers straight up. The recommendation is for ladies to do the left thumb over the right, gentlemen right over the left, whichever feels right for you and whichever you identify with is the perfect place to be. So we're going to be doing this for 3 minutes. And we're just going to take our arms straight up, relax the shoulders. So you're going to draw the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to keep the elbows as straight as you possibly can throughout the entire movement. We're going to use Sat, the mantra Sat out loud as you draw the navel in and up, Nam as you relax it. You want to make sure that you avoid pulling in. It's not about pulling, it's about isolating that navel so that you're drawing the navel in and up and then relaxing it on numb. Ready? Here we go. Begin. Eyes are closed, focus inward. Sut, nam, 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 sut, nam. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Squeeze the root lock. Feeling the energy moving up the spine, making the spine really tight. Up through the fingertips. Exhale, relax the lock. Inhale again. Suspend the breath. Squeeze the root lock once again, making the spine nice and tight. Lengthening, moving the energy up, in through the fingertips. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. This time stretch the arms, separate the palms, fingers spread wide. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale and slowly bring the hands back down. As you rest in that awareness, just noticing how the body receives that. And very slowly coming out of the posture, shaking the legs out as you need to. And windshield wipers. We're going to come onto our backs for a nice deep final relaxation. So I really invite you to make yourself as comfortable as you need to deeply relax, because this is where everything happens for you, and you don't want to cheat yourself out of the benefits that are available for you after your amazing practice today. So come onto your backs as you support your lower back by either bending the knees or bringing a pillow or a blanket underneath the knees if you need that. Otherwise, legs slightly apart from each other, arms slightly apart from the body, palms facing up. Eyes are closed, and your awareness is focused on the breath as you invite yourself to just invite a slow awareness for the body to relax. I'll walk you through a guided relaxation from toes to head, and then leave you in silence so that you can just rest there, relax, and let go. Inviting you to surrender any and all tension and holding patterns from the body. As you bring your awareness to your feet, relaxing the feet, relaxing the toes, maybe wiggling them if you need to, and just resting. Bringing your awareness to the shins, relaxing and letting go of any and all unnecessary tension along the entire leg structure, releasing the shins, opening and creating space in the knees, relaxing and releasing the hamstrings and thighs. Relax. Releasing and relaxing any and all unnecessary tension and holding patterns in the pelvis and hip area. Bringing your awareness to the torso and feeling the torso resting on the mats, the back, letting go, surrendering any and all tension in the chest, in the heart, in the lungs. Relax. Releasing unnecessary tension and holding patterns from the inner organs so that the entire body structure is completely relaxed into the floor. Releasing the shoulders as you invite the arms, hands, and fingers to relax. 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 Moving up into the neck, inviting the neck to release and surrender any and all tension and holding patterns as it allows itself to relax. We move into the cranial structure, releasing any unnecessary tension into the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the lips, the jaw. Every part of you relaxing, releasing, and completely letting go, allowing only the sound of Satnam within you.
And take a nice deep inhale. Suspending the breath as you draw your awareness back to the body on the mat. And exhale, keeping your eyes closed. We're going to wiggle fingers and toes as we rotate wrists and ankles in one direction and then in the other. Take a nice deep inhale, stretch the arms over the head along the floor. Suspend the breath as you stretch, reach. Big exhale. Eyes are still closed as we prepare, bringing more fullness of awareness into the body, rubbing palms and soles of the feet together. Briskly bringing feet to the earth, palm the eyes as we get ready for the light. Preparing the eyes for the light, we open eyes inside of the palms. Focus at the point where the two palms meet, and with the two palms still together, slowly taking them away from the face. Extending arms to the sides, our legs straight out for a cat stretch. As you bring that right knee into the chest and then over to the left, as you stretch it out here, breathe long and deep. Reversing on your next breath, left knee in over to the right. Breathe long and deep. Hugging both knees to the chest on your next breath as you hug the knees in. Stretch it out there. Rock side to side. Tuck the chin in, rock up and down in the spine. Coming all the way forward on your next breath. We're going to come into our meditation. We're going to do 3 minutes of this meditation. And again, as always, we have a 3-minute version to go with the Kriya, and then I'll do the longer 11-minute version on another video, so you can just practice that meditation alone if you would like to. So this meditation is a meditation. It's one of the 5 meditations that Yogi Bhajan gave us for times of great change and great shift, which generates a lot of brain disorientation. And so this is one of 5 that he gave us for mental balance. And these times, it helps the brain adjust so that you can function better. But most particularly, this meditation is to stay steady and calm in the face of stress. So it's also gender-specific mudra. So if you identify with the feminine energies in you, you're going to bring the middle finger and thumb tips, not the fingernails, but the thumb tips together on the left hand. And then the right hand is the thumb tip and the pinky. Men, reverse. So it would be middle and thumb on the right, and then pinky and thumb on the left. So ladies, you've got the left hand in Surya Mudra, which is that middle and thumb tip. And then we've got the thumb tip and pinky on the right. Your hands are going to be, I think most importantly, your mudra is active. So your fingers are straight, pointing away from you. I'll show you. And there's an angle that you want to keep track of here. So the angle is that you're bringing the hands up where the fingertips are at the level of your nipples. So there's about 7 to 8 inches between the hands. So it's less than a foot, if that gives you a sense of length. And then the only thing we're doing is we're sitting here breathing long and deep with this mudra. Your eyes are going to be closed and then just gently opened, just enough to get some light in. So they're 1/10 open, barely open, with light entering. Your gaze is soft. Your eyes are relaxed.
they're really not focusing on any area in particular. And we're going to just simply hold this mudra and breath pattern with the eyes slightly open for the next 3 minutes as you focus on the rhythm of Satnam within you. Shoulders are relaxed, sitting into the sit bones to keep the spine straight, heart open. Make sure that the angle stays at the angle where the fingertips are at the level of the nipples. And the fingers of the mudra are active, stretching forward. Now to end, as you inhale, you're going to wind the hands. So you're going to lift those hands up a little bit higher and just begin to wind for the length of the inhale until you get to the end, and then exhale. Inhaling long and deep as you wind those hands, quick circles. And then again, when you get to the end of that inhale, exhale. And one last time. And now inhale straight up. Exhale, shake it out. Relax the hands down and rest in the awareness of that experience. Inviting you to sit in the presence of all that is present for you today. After your movements, your breath. Sitting in the gratitude of all of it. Inviting you as you sit here to bring gratitude to the breath, the body, to you for creating this space for yourself. We acknowledge that this practice serves not only us, but those around us. And we now send it all out through the sunshine song as you bring your palms once again together. Thumbs into the sternum. Take a nice deep inhale. Suspend as you center in that space of your heart awareness, and exhale. And let's inhale to end with the sunshine song. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Nam. And you always find the centering and depth within you, so that you may always work and move knowing that you have everything you need to face anything that is before you at any moment. Sat Nam. Just bowing yourself to the experience. Sat Nam. Thank you for your practice today, and we'll see you next time.